What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and this is an unboxing and review of the Nerf Rival First Order Stormtrooper Blaster. Alright, you guys, this is a blaster I've been dying to get my hands on. It is pretty darn cool looking, and it is actual realistic size, I would say, as opposed to the previous version that came out during the Force Awakens that shot darts. We will compare those two in size in a little bit when we get this thing out of the box, but this thing is pretty darn sweet looking, as you can see there, and the box is awesome. I really do love these boxes, these very collector item style boxes that they've come out with. Really, really cool. So this is more of a cosplay prop kind of a blaster, but you're still going to get some pretty darn good performance out of it, as it does shoot 90 FPS, so it's still usable, but probably not as war practical for the normal Nerfer. But for people that love Star Wars and Nerf together, or just Star Wars, this is pretty darn sweet, and I would highly recommend picking one up, especially as they are on sale right now at Best Buy for 50 bucks. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the box. Just showing you the presentation there, pretty cool. It's showing you that it is bolt action. The magazine will feed through the grip, just like a Helios. This is internally just like a Helios. So if you're familiar with that blaster, you're going to get the same sort of feel and performance, most likely, as that. We will be putting this over the chronograph and on the range, so we will test out performance from this. It may get a little less performance because of the added barrel material that it has to go through, but nevertheless, pretty cool. Let's crack this thing open. Alright, well, this thing really does not fit in my screen, but we will go ahead and get it out of the box. So, pretty nice presentation, even out of the box. It lays out all the things that come with the blaster, but we'll go ahead and pull these out and then I'll go over that. Alright, so included in the package is obviously your blaster, your magazine with your 7 red high impact rounds. You get some directions, and you get 2 pieces that attach to the side, one of which is your fake magazine that has some orange on the front. I guess that's for safety and they couldn't get around that. And then you have the, I'm not sure if this is a radio or what it is, but I'm sure some of you guys know exactly what this is. I should have asked a friend before doing this video, but nevertheless, pretty cool. And we will go ahead and attach these to the side. So I think this goes here. So these do slide on and slide off, so that's really cool that you can take those off if you need to. Alright, so there's the blaster all together. Pretty darn cool. Very nice size, very large. The stock is very, very wide. The length of the stock is great. And it does not extend or collapse or anything, but it is a nice length. Feels very realistic to me in terms of size, so that's really cool. Like I said, the previous version was quite a bit smaller, obviously, and I mean, there are some probably advantages to this in some ways, but for cosplayers or big Star Wars fans, I think this is a much, much better option than the previous. Obviously, this is not anywhere close to the right colors. A lot more orange on the blaster, so this is pretty darn cool. We'll go ahead and load our magazine into the grip here. So it just loads up through the grip just like that. Pretty cool. There is an orange button on the back of the grip there that will release that magazine, and then you will be able to pull out your magazine. So pretty cool. This is a 7-round magazine. They do make 12-round magazines that will fit. So if you want more capacity, you could go with that. So this is a bolt action blaster. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the other side. This is the way you prime your blaster. So this pulls back and then you can release. So it's pretty cool that they do have a retraction spring there to prime your blaster. Makes it a lot more fun and more realistic, I guess. And then you are able to fire. That has some pretty good power. Rival performance definitely there. There is a jam door here if you need to clear out a jam. Little door there, so when you prime back, you'll be able to see the ball load in there. And then if you have a problem, you can do that. If you cannot pull back on this, there is a de-jamming button right here. So that will allow you to prime your bolt back and get in there and clear any jam you might have. This right here is a safety, so this is primed, but I won't be able to fire because I have this down. So that is lock the trigger, so I cannot fire. We'll push that back up, and now we're able to fire again. And the balls go everywhere with these rival rounds. But I do like this trigger a lot. It's not orange, it's black, so that's really cool. And it does have a more realistic look than most Nerf blasters. This does have a very beefy foregrip portion. It would have been nice to see this pump action like the previous dart version, but it is bolt action, and I think that's kind of fun too, so I'm not too disappointed with that. If it was pump action, it would be a little more practical for war use, but this is cool too. I do worry a little bit about this breaking off over heavy use because it is a little flimsy. It does flip up like that, so if you want to lay the blaster flat, it will lay flat, but you want to have that like down there, but it doesn't flip down all the way. If you pushed it that way, it'd probably break off. So this is a little bit of a flimsy piece, but it does seem fairly sturdy that, you know, under normal use you should be okay. There is a scope up top. This does not remove. It does not have any sort of magnifying capability. There is not even any plastic or glass inside of that. It's completely hollow. You can just see right through it. The grip is very, very beefy, very thick. It may be a little big for some people. It isn't the most comfortable grip. I can already feel like this portion right here is a little, you know, putting a lot of pressure on my finger just because of the distance, I think, between the trigger and this, the top of your third finger there. I think that's a little larger distance than maybe is comfortable, but not a horrible grip. The part back here might bother some people, the sharpness of this mag release. I could see that affecting some people. It doesn't really bother me. All in all, not a horrible grip, but it is a prop, so you got to keep that in mind. Also, you do have a bit of an iron sight up front there, but I'm not sure what the use of that would be because you have this scope and you don't have another iron sight on the back, but it does look pretty cool. The blaster looks great. I have absolutely no complaints there. There's very minimal orange in the orange bits like the front and the side parts here, and even this orange part on the front of the magazine, faux magazine. Those all could be painted pretty easily, but enough talking about this. Let's take it outside, put it over the chronograph and the range, and see what kind of performance it's getting. Okay guys, let's go ahead and put the rival first order Stormtrooper blaster over the chronograph and the range, see what kind of performance we're getting. I'm expecting to get pretty standard rival performance, but we'll go ahead and find out. $98, $99, 97, 96, 98, 99, 97. Go ahead and throw in a couple more here. 87, 100, duplicate 100, 98. So really good performance, very, very standard rival performance, right around that 95, 100 FPS mark. Most of them are right in that range. Let's go ahead and check out the ranges. Those did really nicely as well. So we had a few short ones. They probably hit the barrel. One here at 41 and one here at 47.5 and another one just past 51 feet. But then we got one here just past 57, and then the majority, I'd say, went right around that 64 foot to 69 foot range, the ones that really shot well. So that's pretty darn good. Really nice performance, and let's go back inside and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, you guys, I think this is a really cool blaster and performing on par with all other rival blasters, even better than what the box said at the 90 FPS. Most of our shots, except for I think one, were all above that, so really nice performance. I think this is actually a blaster that you probably could use at a war, but there are probably other rival blasters that are a little more practical than this, but this would definitely be fun. I do think it's usable. I do worry a little bit about the priming bolt breaking off if you get really aggressive with it, like you could possibly when using it at a Nerf battle. So pretty cool. That's really the only thing that I worry about, but I do really like the bolt action a lot more than I thought I would. It's fun that you can pull back and it releases. I thought that I was really going to be disappointed that this wasn't a shotgun priming blaster, but all in all, I think it's really cool. Definitely a great cosplay prop. Definitely great for any Star Wars enthusiast. I think this is a must buy, and I think at $50 it is pretty reasonable for what you're getting. $100 is a bit much to me, but if you can find it at Best Buy for 50 bucks, and I think it's even online for that, so link is in the description box. Definitely check that out. And don't forget to leave me a like, because that really helps out the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to this channel, definitely subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so you make sure you're alerted to when I post a video. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate your viewership, guys. Happy New Year. May the Force be with you. And as always, peace out.